Hi guys. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Let's turn that back on over there. Oh, I'm half on the screen. Oh. I just got here with seconds to spare. We've already got votes going. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi. Hello. Welcome to Thursday. We're painting Grinchy today. And can you guys hear that? I don't know. Thanks for the props. You guys are already in there. I'm just slow today. I did a vote on my Instagram about the Grinches. Should we do, oh wait, which side am I pointing? Should we do this guy or this guy? And it was literally one vote difference. And it was one vote more for the cartoon Grinch. Right now we have 2 votes for cartoon Grinch. The Jim Carrey Grinch is probably one of my favorite Christmas movies too. So I feel you on that one. But when it comes to drawing, yeah, see, cartoon. There's 2 of you guys there voting for the real Grinch. Does that count as 2? Yes, it does. Okay, here, I'll write real Grinch, cartoon Grinch. And you guys go vote on those down there. Give a little upvote to which one you want. Realistically, we can do both. I could do... Also, oh my gosh, Tanya, I didn't even see it. My aunt and my cousin are here. Cousin votes for the real. I just know that people aren't voting, they don't want to do the real one because they think it would be hard. And it would, realistically, it's harder than the other one, but it got 5 votes, you guys. Cartoon vote got, oh, you nurse just voted on that's okay, Guys, again, it's literally 1 vote off. It's close. So what I was saying was we realistically could do the cartoon one today, and I could do the real one tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sorry, that's a lie. Next week. If we want it. Or... Hello, Muscle Hammer. Oh my god, there's so many old regulars in here. This was another painting that I thought maybe we'd do next week. I don't know, you guys. Whatever you think. Yeah, all you old fogies. Look at all y'all in there. Just kidding. Okay, see? Okay. Hey, guys. Does that mean I'm just going to be doing a paint night on Christmas Eve as well? I don't know. Hello, Muscle Hammer. Hello, Shay. We got Nurse O'Shea. We got Ashjen, Hunger Games, Insidious. Wow, a lot of you regulars in here. Hello. Welcome to... Are we starting up quarantine Thursdays again? Or what? I don't know about everyone's obviously in different places, but where we're from, we got a full lockdown again. So maybe it's quarantine Thursdays. Maybe we're back. You're watching football and me. It's an honor and a privilege. Okay, wait, I gotta fix one light. And then we're doing cartoon. Okay, you guys, we're doing cartoon. Nikki's here too. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many regulars. We'll do the cartoon Grinch today. I just got my hair done from somebody that comes to paint nights. I don't know if she's probably still at work right now, but sweet little Grunge Mania. She did a great job. She'll probably come on here and be so mad that it's just in a bun already. But what can you do? Rest in peace to Tiny Lister, aka Debo from the movie Friday. 2020 sucks. Oh my gosh. Muscle Hamster, you just had to make it sound weird. What did Muscle Hammer say down there? You're not my dad! That's what he said. Hello, Dresden. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hello. We're doing the cartoon Grinch today. Okay? So I guess to stop the confusion, let's get this guy out of there. I'm sorry, people who... I hope people aren't upset It'll still be cutie, right? Don't be sad, Nikki. I might just do the other Grinch next week or something. We'll see. We'll see. It is always my craziest time of year, you know? So, I don't know if I can do a Tuesday and a Thursday, but we'll figure it out, you know? We stopped counting, so the cartoon won. Oh, we're getting political in here. I love that. Thanks for all the props, you guys. I feel like I'm just off the rails today. Haven't even talked about paint night rules and regulations. Am I right? Oh my gosh, safety chick too. Hello, you guys. So here at paint night, you can, like my cousin was saying before, you can start with a pencil if you wish. Some people are more comfortable with a pencil. Go for it if you want. I just suggest don't push too hard because then you will get graphite dust on your painting and it'll bleed with your colors and your colors will get muddy and gross and you'll be unhappy. Oh my gosh, you guys, the props just coming. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what else? We've got number 2, water is your friend. Thank you, Nurse O'Shea, pointing that out for me. If things are weird or your paint isn't pulling properly or something's not happening, like get your paintbrush wet. Like, water's your friend. It'll help solve a lot of problems that you'll face with acrylic paint because the paint that we're using is water-based. So don't be scared of water. Rule number 3. I don't want to say rules. They're not really rules. The gang is back, you guys. Look at y'all. Ilham's here. I love it. Okay, rule number 3 is trust the process. Especially with this one too, halfway through, the painting's going to look a little weird. It's not going to look like the Grinch. It's going to look like a bunch of weird shapes. It's probably not going to look like what my painting looks like. That's fine. Trust in the process that your Grinch will be looking Grinchy by the end, okay? Because if you quit halfway through, Lucas, I'm looking at you, I'm going to be mad. Just kidding. It always turns out the best at the end, and if you don't hold out to the end, what's going to happen, right? You're not going to know. And number 4, just like ask me some questions, you guys. So many people watch these on YouTube and they don't get the opportunity to ask the questions. So if you ask here, if you're having a question that maybe will help somebody later, sometimes I talk really fast. Tell me to slow down. You know the drill. I'll never be offended. Sometimes I go off the rails, you guys, and I need y'all to bring me back. And I'm losing what you guys are all talking about there. No rules, only bean science. Correct, Ella. Ask questions. Did you have a nice day? Yeah, I did. Can't have a bad day when you get a good, nice haircut. And look, my pink is back. My undercut's fresh. Mama's happy. Am I right? And if Justin is saying sometimes with a question mark to me being a mess, rude. Just kidding. Okay, everybody. Those of you who aren't starting with a pencil, I teach you how to start with paint. I think it's easier, personally, than starting with a pencil. But, you know, you do you, boo-boo. Gadettes, I hope you're not upset that we're doing the cartoon Grinch. Are you still here? You haven't spoke since we've chosen. You guys probably left. Okay, everybody painting. Let's get out. Oh, where's the camera? Right here. A little skinny brush. Smallest one you got. You're gonna go rogue and make the full body. Hunger Games saying do Jim Carrey next Thursday. Yeah, I can do that. We can do that. And Tay, do a time lapse. I can't. My iPad is dead. I know I thought about it. Should I just put... I'll time-lapse the other one. Okay, and Tender Bear's back. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many of you. I love it. So many regulars. I'm going to use some good old green. Where's my camera? I'm going to be bad at this today. It was upside down. I'm using light green permanent, if anyone cares. Take out your green or your pencils. And let's get to it, okay? Remember how I said water is your friend? That's how we're going to start the whole process here. Get your paintbrush, whatever one you find, whatever one you like to use, and go into your water. I don't know if you guys can see my hand right here. I'm going into my water dish on the side. And just scoop water from your water dish onto your palette. You can't really see, but I'm just making a little pile of water. And in that pile of water, I'm going to take like a tiny little smidgen of green, and I'm going to mix it up into that water. And I always say till it's like a chocolate milky consistency. But it's more water than paint because we just want it to go on light. Mine is going to be even darker than yours has to be. Because this is just sketching without the pencil. Sketching out where we're going to lay everything. I hope to see some dope Grinches from you guys tonight. That smile is legendary. Hunger Games is always the best hype, man. I'm so grateful to have you in here. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our canvas. Let's take a look at our guy over, wait, where's my hand? Over here, and acknowledge kind of where he's gonna go. We want to utilize the whole canvas. We don't want to get stuck and paint him really small, or like paint his head really big and not have room for everything. So, take a deep breath. This is a good time, right? No problems, no mistakes. We're gonna make a little circle right here. How's that? Can you guys even see it? Yours can be so light that you can hardly see at all. Mine, I'm going to try to make it a little bit darker so that you guys can see. But like when it's watered down paint like that, it's going to dry so translucent, and it's good. We don't want to be able to feel the paint because we want to be able to paint over it easy. So way more water on your brush than paint in that little pile we've made down there. Okay. Easy, right? You guys, we got a head. Whoop. And from that head, we're just going to draw a little rectangle underneath it as a neck. Remember, if you're using pencil, that's totally fine. Go for it with pencil. And I know it's going to be annoying because usually we do the whole background or the back drawing. Hello, Diana. Usually we do the full drawing in one color as that for the background. But I find that some people put too much paint, like it goes on thicker and they have a hard time covering it. So we are going to take out some red. Oh wow, just a bunch of hair coming out of that paint. So we are also going to take out some red, so we're going to outline his little suit and his hat with red, just like this watered down green that we did, but with red instead. If you're still using a pencil, keep using a pencil. I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of my hairy red. And you're going to do the same thing with the same brush. Get that green off your brush first, but scoop a bunch of water where your red paint is. And mix in a tiny little touch of red. Oh, it's not even on the camera. I'm failing you. Is that over a little bit better? Here we go. And like I said, if you want, you can do this in the same green the whole way through, but just to save some people some problems later on that I'm seeing consistently, we're going to go to the red where the red belongs. So, from this circle, we're going to come right, it's like the same width of this circle head that we made because his cheeks are still going to be added onto it. But we're going to go flush to where the circle is, and we're literally just going to draw a line basically like straight down. Me. Sound effect necessary. And on this side too, let's bring a line just like straight down. Remember, this is really watered down. Like, see, it just got even. Oh wow, this canvas, you can see right where it changes. My paint's not sticking onto that part, but that's fine. Two little red lines. Perfect. How are we doing, folks? Easy, right? You guys are all pros by this point. Alrighty. Red line, red line. Now let's make a little triangle for that pointy little Grinch hat on the top, okay? And we're just gonna come right to the top of that circle we already made, and now let's make a line straight. Wow. This canvas isn't liking my paint though. We're gonna make a line up and just a triangle. Basically a party hat at the moment. Wow, this canvas is not liking that. Let's see here. Just a little party hat. I was so bad at catching your comments today, you guys. Sorry. Okie dokie. We've got a party hat. Sorry. Full gilly. Okay, and from this triangle on the top, we're getting to some bean science. Hopefully Ilham is still here. He loves bean science. We're going to come to the top of that party hat that we made. We made it a triangle, right? And we're just going to draw a bean coming down from it, flush to the top. Ilham's here for the beans. Just a little bean. Again, mine's very dark because I want you guys to see it. Yours can be as light as the green is on here if you want it to be. We are just planning out all the shapes. And then one more coming out the side, another bean. And do you see how I start one? It's just so funny that we call them beans. I start one bean on the inside of the other bean. Do you see what I mean? I started it in the top, and then we got to the bottom. I've overlapped the beans. And that's going to be his funny little hat. We're just going to kind of add that all together, but we'll do that later. It looks a little interesting at the moment. We won't talk about it. We'll just continue on. Have I painted this before? No, I have not. Have I ever painted the Grinch ever? No, I don't think I have. No, we're just, as usual, figuring it out as we go. Hey, who knows? Sometimes it doesn't work out. We'll see. All right, we've got that funny little bean hat at the top. My brain runs a mile a minute on these things, you guys, so sometimes I lead you astray by accident. Okay. Now we're going to go to these arms and keep this bean science going, okay? So we're going to come to the top of that line. It's okay if you went all the way straight up to the green. I didn't go all the way up. I didn't tell you that, so that was probably my failure there. If you left a space, okay if you didn't. But we're going to go about a half an inch down from the circle head we've got there. And you can do a bean if you want. But just to make sure that we get some of the angles proper, we are just going to draw a line that bends in a little bit. So do you see that it's not a perfectly straight line? It curves down a little bit. And we come literally almost right to the edge because his funny little elbow is just like, meh. And since it's like a Dr. Seuss drawing, it's okay if it's going to be wonky and weird. Like, the wonkier, the weirder, the better, if you ask me. And then you're just going to basically mock that line in the middle here to make, oops. Whoop. To make that funny little arm. You know what's so funny is, you know, you have that, did I talk about this last stream? How you have that Spotify, like your year in review. And I love them usually. I love to like see what I've been listening to. And my playlist is like all these songs because every Thursday, every day, for months and months and months, we've been listening to these songs over and over again. So Spotify's like, these are your favorite. And I find myself singing to them like they're like top 40 songs. I'm just like so used to it. Don't worry, you guys. 2021, we'll have new music, okay? It's good. It's good. So we've got that first arm, right? And now when that, at the end of the bottom line we just made, just draw a line on right down. Me. My top played songs are like 3 albums that make up 8% of your plays. Hey, if mine wasn't Paint Night, it would be the same as well for me. When I get to like favorite songs, like I will listen to the crap out of them until the end of time. Paint Night Season 2 coming in hot. Justin, you're right. Boom Shakalaka is a very good... I wish I could play that right now. So catchy. Okay, and we're just gonna let's connect this arm here. My paint's just not holding onto the canvas very well, but that's fine. Okay, so we've got those 2 wobbly arms. When we come to the top, we're just gonna make a pointed elbow. If this can paint, it's like literally like disappearing in front of my eyes. We have the swoop. We're gonna paint a little line down. So that will stay. And then let's just connect those arms in there. Like, look at that. It literally looks like the number 7, doesn't it? We could have been like the flamingo. A number 2. It started with a number 2, and it became a flamingo. And now here's number 7 into the Grinch arm. Neat. Okay. And remember, this is just like we're planning stuff out right now. So if once we get to it and you think his arm needs to be fatter, easy, we can make it a little bit fatter. No problems there. We are going to, what's next? Let's do his fat little body. So we're gonna acknowledge his hands are gonna go there. This line is really where his knuckles are gonna like lean in on his body. If you look at the picture over, why can't I get this right today? If you look at the picture over here, his hands overlap his body a little bit. I want to do that fat belly. We're getting to that fat belly. All right, we're gonna come into that armpit, see where the line is. We're gonna come out a little bit. It's kind of like I've taught you guys before. We're using this straight line as a base to curve the line that we want. So we're gonna come in, come up to the line. When we get close to where his hand will be, we're gonna curve it out again. So do you see where our original line is? And how we just did a little curve. Whoop. To roughly where we imagine that hand will go because we made that wrist. Wrist? Forearm? I don't know. Justin kind of feels like the Grinch up in his tower, fat and grumpy. Hey, we all have fat and grumpy days. Are we all the Grinch? You don't Scrooge Christmas though, so that doesn't make you Grinchy. Okay, and then we're going to come a little ways down. It's okay if it's not exact. We're going to fill in the spaces, but let's start that fat belly by imagining. Like, we're imagining that we kept going on this line, right? So if we, like, put our paintbrush down, keep following that line, but lift up your paintbrush and end it. Whoop. Look at that fat body. So that's just kind of a way to help imagine where the line should go. Follow down the line with paintbrush, lift it as if when you're going through the spot you don't want the paint to go, and come back in to finish the line. And again, depending on your paint quality, you can easily paint that line if you want. But green is tough to paint over top of red, so I'm just avoiding further problems again. Just Not trying to set y'all up for disaster. Bean gap, advanced technique. It is. You know what? It is. Alexa. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll do it on here. She just gave me sass back for a second. Okay. I just see that I'm sketchy on my camera, so I don't want... Sometimes my Alexa in the middle ruins our connection a bit when my computer's using everything. Okay. So do you see them kind of coming together a little bit here on our lines? Now we are gonna go to the other arm. The funny thing about him though is this other side's like lopsided and chubbier. But we'll get there in a second. So see how this shoulder is flush with the top. We want this shoulder to be just a little bit lower. Like we don't want it to be equal because he kind of's got like a little bit of like a sassy. So I'm just gonna bring this shoulder, I'm gonna start it a little bit lower than we started that one. And I'm just gonna bring a line just like straight out basically. Let's do that. Oh yeah, if I talk to my, I won't say her name at the moment because that's the whole point. If I talk to her, then she'll talk to all your, like I'll still talk to all yours at home too. What's a funny thing to make your Alexa do? Internet, why do you hate me? Am I really choppy for you guys too? Let me know. Good, thanks Tinder Bear. Justin, do you remember when you got mine to fart? Yeah. I can get all of yours to fart. Alexa, fart. Oh, she's so quiet, you guys can't hear her. You didn't hear that, did you? Yours just farted. That was worth it. Did she tell you? Did she name it before? She always names it. Mine does at least. She's like, here's the silent and violent one. And she'll like make a little noise. It's just, what can you do? Okay, so, sorry, back to Grinch here. We've got an arm. And again, it doesn't matter if this is like anatomically correct. Is that the right word? Because he's just a little, what you call it, character. It's Dr. Seuss character. Also, see, like, I didn't curve this one in. Doesn't matter if you did. And come a little the waist down and just match up that arm. Me. Yeah, so wonky. But that's okay. And again, just bring that line in. Roughly around the same place, like the same height as where you did on the other side. But again, like Tanya was saying there, wonky, who cares if it's wonky? If it's not exact, that's fine. Alright. And same as last time, let's just connect that line right there. Boop. How's that? Now let's get that chubbier belly on this side. I'll give you guys 1 minute. That ring light's so bright. So for this chubby side, yeah, this is royalty free, but you guys have heard it so many times that you think it's not. Yeah, I know. I feel like it sounds like, what's her name? Ellie or something, or whatever her name is. I don't remember. But yeah, no, you've been to a few paint nights. I'm like all the listens to this song. Okay. So to get this chubby side, we're gonna bring it way more out, like way more out. And a good way to measure that is like, see how we have this line and his belly's only about whatever. I'm such a bad judgment of, I think I call an inch, not an inch. And then on this side, we're going to go way more. Like, look at this space. We want it to be way more on this side because he's just got that wonky belly. Oh, thanks, Luke, sending me the music props. Those are the best. All right, we're going to kind of do the same thing as we start up here. Let's go up in this armpit of his. And we're going to curve it in and quickly start getting out here. Let's get that big belly going. And again, you can stop. We can imagine where that hand's going to go. And we're just going to bring that over here. Love it. How's that? Joe Kaiser! Yo, yo, yo. You made it quite early. You got here almost on time. You're only like 30 minutes late, and that's the earliest you've ever been, I feel like. I love that. I love the enthusiasm. Perfect. Okay, how's that for a little Grinchy? Okay, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy, but we've got red on our brush, and we're just going to do it. We're going to start drawing in where those, like, billowy, cloudy collars and, like, sleeves are. I was going to do it just, like, with black outline, but we've got a little red on our brush right now. We can go over it with with black after. But it'll really help us lay out these hands and things. So how do I teach how to do these? Let's see. So first off, you're going to cap off his sleeve. Like you're drawing a circle. Realistically, you can literally draw a circle. If this helps you better to draw a circle to get that angle on the edge, or you can just draw half of the circle. It's totally up to you. I'm making a mess. Oh, and pushing the camera around. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just love his big fat belly. Okay. I'll try not to yawn more than that. My eyes are watery. I actually might. Where's my phone? Cool. Oops. Okay. So we've got that red on our brush. We still got a little skinny brush. If you're using pencils, still okay. Let me look at this closer. To make these little cloudies, should I zoom in? We'll just try this out. So we're gonna start from the back, and it's literally just little U's. So like start like I'm doing a little U, and then I come on the outside like an overlap. Little U. Whoop. And I'm just gonna do different sized ones, overlapping each other a little bit. I'll bring it to you close. Just a little cloud, a billowy cloud. You can do it on the inside too if you want. Clouds are just little U's or C's. Is that confusing and annoying? Tell me if I teach it dumb. Okay. Let me think if there's another way we can do it. Okay. For this side, same thing. I'm just gonna do a little U. It's basically just a flower. Right? It's kind of just a flower. This line might be confusing. Like, remember, you don't have to have that line in that spot if you don't want to. Okay. And then his long arms or hands are going to go there with his dangly fingers. What am I missing here? I didn't get anything about the cloudy, billowy sleeve, so I hope that those weird little flowers are helping. Why did it just... Hold on a second here. My camera's being weird. It usually isn't supposed to. So weird. Oh, now it's very dark. There's just no in between. Well. Can you guys still see that? Is that okay? It's really weird. Yeah, I did. It's weird. Weird. I need a production team, you guys. I think we can see it at the moment. I'll get my green, I'll make it darker when we go on. Okay, so we still got red and we're making these billowy clouds, okay? So we're gonna start in his neck here. And I'm just gonna do a soft, see, it's like a what is this, a bracket? What is it like the most? But I just went at the bottom of his neckline, that little rectangle neckline that we did there. And now we're just gonna add another little guy. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys to see it closer while we do it. Whoop. You were late. Was the vote close? It was. The vote was very close again. So we might just do the other Jim Carrey, the other Grinch another time. I haven't decided yet. Okay. So we've got the good old brackets going in the neck here. That sounds aggressive. But really, it's just overlapping them, coming up his neckline here. Yeah, did you want the other Grinch? Were you looking for the other one? Tender Bear, you pumped on the other one too. Okay, and the lines are getting a little bit less curved, but I'm still following up this neckline here. And when we get to this top part, we're just gonna start curving it down. Check that little C. I don't really know if there's a better way to teach these collars. I just keep calling them clowns. That makes sense to me. And then let's just make a big billowy C right out the back. It's going over the shoulder and then it's coming to where that arm meets up to his body. I don't know. Okay. And then same old, like let's make like a little one right there. Remember, like this does not have to be exactly like mine. It can have, you can have bigger pillowies, you can have smaller ones. It doesn't have to go in the exact same direction. Just as long as we're implying a big old chest frilly. That's all that matters. I made mine bib a little bit bigger than the picture, but who cares, right? Remember? They're not supposed to look the same. Okay, I'm still coming up on this side. Whoop, whoop. Alright. And we're not going to go as high as we did on the left side. Because remember, he's kind of like... So we can almost clean it up and match it up to this line right there. How's that? Alright. And we're going to go in with black and fix a bunch of that stuff, but that's good there. And then we're going to go back to the hat. I'll get that zoom out. How's it looking, everybody? Are we happy with our Grinchies? Trying to think if we should do, yeah, we can do it now. We're gonna do those little frillies for his hat now as well. Same process, really. I know you say wait till the end, but mine looks absolutely horrendous. Trust the process, O'Shea. Does anybody else feel like she does? Does anybody else feel that way? Do you think yours looks horrendous at the moment? You have way too much neck showing. That's just 2020. It's normal. And your body feels obnoxiously long. Okay. That's that. Obnoxiously long body is, that's okay. The long body is normal because he has a long frumpy body. Obnoxiously long. I love that. Can't wait to see. Neck too long. That's okay because we are making some of the neck that we've made into his chin. So don't worry about the neck yet. Okay? Your Grinch is quite a bit chubbier than expected. That usually happens here, I feel like. We always make our things chubbier than anticipated. I believe in you guys. No stress. No stress. I know it's going to be awkward and quiet at the moment, but I just need to try to see what's making my internet so crappy. Yeah, nothing like a plus-size Grinch. We good. It's just the outline. Let's pick up the pace. Less awkward. Hey, there we go. I like it. Okay, good call. Let's just get out of this weird stage. Am I right? Okay, let's go to his little hat part here. Michelle, you're my girl. Okay, we'll start at the bottom of the hat. Let's just do our little billowy clouds. They change size, they overlap a little bit, they're just little C's. And we'll get a big one coming out the top. Oh, I'm still choppy anyway, so is it whatever, that's fine. Okay, we've got a big one. Still coming out the top. Remember, you can be using this watered down paint at this point. My canvas just isn't liking it to show you, but we will start coming on down. until we reach that green line where the circle is, where his head will go. And then let's start making the billowy clouds again, right on down. Oh my gosh, I love that he has big eyelashes. And remember, with white and black, we can resolve these. Like if things start looking weird, once we get them all back up, or not all back up, once we get all the shapes going, if things look weird and they don't look like they're matching properly or something looks too wonky, like we can fix it. White out, remember, is a good technique. And to finish off that hat, we are going to point that bottom bean, bring it to a point. And he doesn't have, for some reason, he doesn't have like a nice billowy white, what you call it, like snowball at the end of his Santa hat. He's got like a weird diamond, rough triangle piece like that. Looks like a teardrop. Julia wants to paint lipstick on him. Totally doable. We can add that into the end. That's an easy thing to add. Okay. So now we're going to go back to our green. Everyone catch up, but we'll, just so you know, we're going back to green. And we're going to be filling in all of, like, we're going to kind of lay out where everything goes and all his features. And then basically just got to color it in. That's kind of the one thing that's nice about these is, like, they're flat, right? Like, he doesn't have shadow. He doesn't have dimension. We don't really have to paint other colors. Like, we're just going to paint it red. Red. And then with black, just add some extra lines to it. The more detailed now is the face that we're getting to. And I guess I should probably just zoom. I'll give a quick rundown, okay, if you want to look at it close from top to bottom. All right. We just got a circle. Some of you are saying your neck is too long. Totally okay. We're going to make a chin out of it. And if that still doesn't help, you're going to be able to bring up this guy here if you need. Seeing how we used our main lines and worked off of them. How's that? Yo, RCV! Little Taytayski. Good to see ya. Welcome to the Studs. What's happening over here? I can hear someone out there. Okay. How are we doing? Are we ready for green? Is the pace, are we going? Am I going too slow before now? We are going to get green out. We're good. Okay, cool. We're going back into our green. Still into that chocolate milky consistency, but we probably want to put a little bit more paint into it to make it a little bit thicker. Okay. I'm still using this skinny paintbrush. You can still be using a pencil. And we are going to start by coming into the middle-ish of his, let's say the middle. And let's make a line curved right there. Would you look who it is, you guys? The hairdresser I told you all about has made it off of work. I know, I'm like, she's probably going to hate me. It's already in a bun. But I've got lots of compliments on it already on Instagram. You did a great job. I'm pinky again. My pink was so grown out that my buns were like brown with like a hint of pink. Like, what is that about? She did put a lot of pink foils in the front to make the bun amaze balls. Look at that. The color isn't doing it justice on here. This camera just isn't picking up the colors I want it to today. Okay, we've got a line down Grinchy's face. You do know stuff. A line down the Grinch's face. I did a little bit of a curve, but if you didn't put a curve, not the end of the world. But that's going to help us start laying down his face. So to start that, we are going to eyeball where we're going to put that nose. And I'm just going to put a line right there. And I always suggest you guys, while you're painting, like, always look at this always look at the picture that we are painting. Like, it's always good to get used to that as well, to like see reference points and see why I do things the way that I do, and it'll help you paint things later, another time. Right? So we've got a nose right there. And from that nose, we're literally going to draw a line straight, like an angle straight down. And same on this side. See how I'm cutting the pizza pie of the face? Gotta go eat. Can't wait to see all the Grinches. Oh, thanks for tuning in for a second. I'm sure you just got home. You hard-working lady. Okay, so we've got the lines. Yeah, 10 a.m. to 8:30, like you're crazy, girl. And this is just how we plan where we're going to put them big cheeks, okay? So now we see this line here. That's where we're going to puff out his cheek and bring it on down. And like down. Because remember, we're making it this neck that we had into his chin. So I'm going to go right down in there and just pop a little chin in. Do you still see the original circle that I have back here? It's like really light, so it's probably hard to see now, but... And same on this side, right? We made the line basically all the way up to where his hat goes. And you're going to just bring that down to match up to that chin you made. But again, in the picture that we are painting, acknowledge how, like, where the cheeks are and how puffy one side is compared to the other. Like, his eyes, when you look at them, one of them has way more space on this side than the other one does, right? Acknowledge it when we're playing down these shapes. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Okay, well, the music didn't make a difference. We might as well not be in silence and still jumpy. There we go. Okay. And now it looks like you can add to that green circle and fill out that face of his. You really are a heel? What does that mean? Oh, oh, right. When I read it, I was like, I'm a heel? You really are a heel. You're as... What is it again? As... There's something about a banana peel in it. All right. As cuddly as a cactus. Yes. I love it. I thought I did, but now in the moment I don't. I really don't. Okay, so we've got that face started in there. Now let's get these little funky hands going. So from this arm that we have made, you're worried about the hands? Oh my gosh, you guys, don't be, because they're so not normal hands. Like, it's a couple beans and we're good, okay? So remember where his arm is, you're going to want to make his wrist as thick as the arm that you already made, right? So out of that little puffy ball we made, let's just make a little rectangle, which is the same width of the sleeve that we already drew. Don't be worried about the hands. This side too, we're going to put a little rectangle, okay? Easy enough already, right? And then we are going to draw a line just straight down. On this side, it's not straight down. It's a little bit curved. But guess what? If you drew it straight down, it would look basically the same too. So I told you I wouldn't yawn. Just crying over here. Okay, how's that? So far, so good. And to make his palm, it's literally, we're gonna come up to that wrist that we originally drew. And we are just gonna bubble up and come on down. Did you see that? Whoop. Right? And then he just literally has a thumb just sticking out the side, which guess what? Another little bean. Oh God. Right? It looks weird right now, but it's pretty straightforward. And from that bottom of the shape that we made, we're going to do another line just straight out. Digi Archer sees paint. Just a little bit of paint. Paint that I'm allergic to, actually. My nose is itchy. Kenzie sees dead people. Kenzie, no. I like that you're interested, though. Digi, welcome to the stream. Also, hi, Kenzie. Good to see you. I'm teaching everyone at home how to paint this Grinch at the moment, if you guys have just tuned in. It looks like a bunch of people just jumped in here. Digi equals digital art. Well, heck yeah, you're in the right place. Except for it's just traditional art for me. I personally am not good at digital art. So, we'll keep that for you. Okay, guys, we've got that line just coming out there. And guess what? We're going to do another line. Just, meep, there's a finger. Because guess what? He just has long, crazy limbs, so it doesn't even matter. Want to see that close? Like, see, I went over the red a little bit. That's okay. We'll figure that out later. And then same as the arms, you're basically just going to mock those shapes. My paint's not liking that again. Follow those same lines that you made, just make them a little bubbled. Did that make sense? Look at that long, weird finger. Like, what is that? That's exactly what his little weird long fingers look like there. And same underneath, just another little finger. And that's literally his hand, you guys. You can color it if you want. If your red is popping through, we're just gonna wait for this to dry and we will put a slob of white on top, let it dry, and put the green back on. But just a bunch of beans, you guys. Kenzie watched the newish animation Grinch today and she doesn't know if she liked it. I don't think I've seen it. I'm truthfully like a diehard, like, Jim Carrey Grinch one. Like that movie. Like Cindy Lou Who. So cute. So cute. It's so perfect. Tanya, did you love the new one? Is that what you're saying? Or you loved the Jim one? They don't play You're a Mean One. Oh. Hey, that's enough to be ruined for me too. Is it just like not politically correct anymore to call somebody mean? Who knows? Okay, let's go over to this other hand if you guys are feeling good. You tell me. Same thing to make that palm. We're literally just going to follow that shape we already did and match it down together. You're going to lurk. You're and Mom watching together. Oh, hello, Mom. Hey, lurk on. We love lurkers here. We like people who aren't painting along too. It's always great to have you guys. We call it the peanut gallery. Because you'll find out quick that when you guys don't talk to me, I get awkward. Okay, how's this hand here? Tanya says they do start. They played the mean one at the start of the new one. I guess I'll have to watch it and see who's right. This side, it's basically the same. We're just going to draw another line straight out from that palm that we just drew. And these fingers are just a little more dainty. You can curve them up a little bit more. Right? With another little C curve. Check that long Grinch finger. I'm going to make it even longer than it looks in the picture. These ones too. Let's make them longer because the Jim Carrey Grinch has long fingers too, and I love that. See what I mean when I was like, don't worry about the hands because they're literally not hands. It's like just a couple implied lines. Kenzie, finally hands that look like mine. Stop. Your hands aren't that long. Okay. You kill me. Okay, we're doing another. We're gonna do another finger on the bottom here. Yeah, just kidding. It's another bean. Whoop. Oh, that one's a little weird. I don't know what I did there, but we're just gonna go with it. That's sure. I just gave him like alien hands, but I think that's fine. That's acceptable. Okay, like we're basically just face and outline is left, okay? Let's get up to that face, and then we color it all in. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's get, oops, didn't mean to move that. I'm gonna zoom in onto the face a little bit. All right, is everyone's good to look? Yours look like look at these hands, you guys. They don't look like anything. But I'm telling you that since right now that's what you're looking at and you're like, what, this looks like nothing. But then when we're finished and you look at the piece as a whole, you're not even gonna look at those hands. Your brain is just gonna be like, oh yeah, duh, those are Grinch hands. I promise, okay? That's a lesson that we always have to remember at paint night that I keep forgetting to tell you guys is take a step back and look at your painting from far away, or like look at something else and then look at it again fresh. Like it'll really help you not be as attached and stuck on little fine details, because that can crush a painting too. Sorry, I'm just yawning my life away. Okay, let's zoom in here. Where's the zoom? Oh, no, no. Oh, wow, look at these high-tech. High-tech Tay in the house today. Okay, zoomed in. Ooh, we've got a face, folks. I'm still using the same paintbrush. I'm still using watery green. Okay? And remember, we made a line as to where his funny little nose is gonna go. Guess what? It's a bean. We are with black going to make it the exact shape that it is, but it starts with a bean, and that's easy. His hand is more in the belly. I know, I made it a little bit more in there, but guess what? With white, we can fix that. Not a big deal. And maybe he's just like a little chubbier in our picture. It's fine. Justin, the bean is quite a twist, isn't it? You can paint anything with bean science, okay? All right, so now we have this nice line, right? And that's literally going to help us plan the rest of this face. So let's just draw a long bean. It's a big oval, it's a big bean, it's a circle, whatever you want to do. But see how it nicely fits into that like cross that we already made, right? I came right up to the line on both sides to fit that eyeball in there. Perfect. Because of all those little extra things we did at the start, helped us lay out where everything should go. And guess what? We're doing the same thing on the other side. See, I might have made his head a little bit big, but we're just gonna go for it. All right. And then realistically, I'm actually going to get you, we're probably going to just color it in now. I think it might be easier to color it in, and then we'll put the black outline on top to finish it off. Does that feel crazy? Are we okay with that? We are just going to start coloring in that face, and then while the face dries, we're going to color in the red, and then we outline everything, and then it's done. How's that sound, folks? So, to color stuff in. Totally depends on how big your Grinch is at home, like how big your canvas is. Like you might need to use like a big guy. You might need to use like just a little bit bigger than what you were using for outline before. It's very, play it by ear. You don't always have to copy or use the same exact paintbrush that I'm using, because that might not work for you. Can we do a fun background? Sure. What's fun? What should we... Yes, we can do a fun background. If you have ideas, go for it. Not go for it, tell me, and we will go for it. Did anyone else want to eat the food they have for their feasts? Eat the food they have for their feast? Oh, like the Who's. Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm personally just going to use this like medium-sized square brush to start filling in the Grinchy. And unfortunately, I forget every time. People who come, you'll remember, I keep forgetting I hate this green. It doesn't go on canvases nice and smooth, so I'm just touching a touch of white into my green just to give it more... I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but that's not something that you guys have to do. This is just me trying to fix this stupid green I always forget about. All right, so remember, we are just coloring in our Grinch faces. I think it would be easier for us to color it in now versus drawing like his mouth and stuff and then painting around those little skinny lines. So there's really nothing special. You're just, if you are new here, I forgot, I've been talking to you guys like you've all done this before. Now we're not going to be using that chocolate milky consistency that I taught you how to use. We want more paint than water on our brush because we want it to go on thick, and we want it to cover up any of our mistakes or illustrations or mistakes or lines that we have drawn underneath. So this is more paint than water, but there still is a little bit of water on your brush so that you can pull the paint around a little bit. Pinkies up just by accident. If you want to be a classy lady. Okay, coloring in. And remember, we're just doing like a flat, he's just a flat cartoon. So it is very okay if, I mean, not very okay. We don't have to do shadows. We don't have to do different colors or adding whites or darks just to give some depth or value to it, because he's actually just a flat character, and that makes it easy. I'm not coloring in his eyes, but we're coloring in everything else. Okay, how's that? You can see how like choppy this is because my paint sucks. Another classic sing-along. Another top 40? Taytayski top 40 or what? And if you didn't color in your hands, go for it. And remember how I was saying before, if the red is underneath your green and it's popping out, add a little bit of white over top where those red spots are. Same as over here, I can do that. Some of you might not need to do this, some of you might. Some people's greens might be good enough to literally just paint over top and you don't even notice. But if it's not, put some white on your brush, brush it over top of those red spots, let them dry, and add some more green on top. Right? I'm gonna let that dry. I'll go back with some green. Realistically, the Grinch is a lot like a yellowy greener than the color I chose, but that's fine. I know we colored in his little nose and now you can't even see it, but that's fine. We'll just deal with that as we go. Oh wow, I was just talking about hands and you guys can't even see it because we're zoomed in. Taylor, you jerk. I was just talking about putting white in these spots where the red is peeking through. And then once that white dries, you can put the green you're using right on top. Just a little white out trick. If we were digital, like our digi friend over here, that's just an easy little click of a button. That's why sometimes I wish I was good at digital. Or it's like, oh, this face is too big, let me just make it a little smaller. Come on, see. Okay, how's our Grinchies looking? Because we can start coloring in the red if we are all done with the green. Sure, I'll use that one again. It's just a hurricane over here. Okay, red. Remember, just takes red straight out of the tube. You want more paint than water. You don't want to worry about that chocolate milky consistency that we were working with before. Oh, there goes my cell phone. And we're just gonna fill in with whatever size brush works best for you. Rest in peace to my cell phone. Ah, she always survives. She drops a couple times a day. Alright, I'm literally just filling in all the shapes that we did. And see how once we start filling in right here, it just covers in that work that we were doing before of those little red lines that were helping us lay stuff out. This is the red that I'm allergic to. My nose is already itchy. Apple Care has entered the chat. Guys, no, I'm not even like, I guess maybe I should knock on wood when I say it, but like, I'm not kidding when I say I drop my phone every day. It falls on my pocket, I knock it off of something, like it drives Dan insane. And it's never cracked, ever. The secret is a case that is a little bit... You guys! It's cracked. As I literally just went off about how I had it for years and it's never cracked. I cracked my screen. Story of my life. Yeah, that's classic. It's not terrible. It's kind of bad. Wait, where can you see? Oh wait, of course you're just gonna see my background. Oh, come on, it's not a face. Turn it off. Man, that is so funny. Taylor, you dumb girl. That's fine. For the screen funds, stop it. You guys don't fund my clumsiness. It's on camera 2 forever now. Look, now Dan is, now, because Dan always, like, gets so mad that I drop it, and he's like, you're gonna break one day, and I'm like, never, I never break it. And today I did. My phone plan is already up, actually. It's been done for a long time, so I can get... Yeah, so I drop it on live, and then I tell you guys, I give you the same spiel that I'm like, I'm unbreakable. Oh, man, that's really funny. I can't wait to tell Dan. He's just gonna... 2020 strikes again. Oh, that's good. I was literally just talking to Stacy, actually, the hairdresser, today, about how it's so funny. Because I don't watch my YouTube videos again, right? Like, this is going to go right onto YouTube, and I, like, don't think about it ever again. And, so many things in my life, like, happen on these streams, and I tell you guys about so many things. And it's just so funny. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I should be careful when I talk about it. Oh, that's funny. Anyways. Yeah, now I have an excuse to get a new phone. Every time I get a new phone, it's usually after the Christmas season, because it's always like a good month for me, and I'm like, oh, the new iPhone came out and we're good to go, because it takes such good photos. That was the upgrade to the 10 was the best for me because of the taking pictures of my art, so like not having to get a big old camera out and getting like an amazing quality. Right, Justin just got the new one too. Who am I kidding? It's probably gonna happen again too. Nice. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Okay, sorry I got distracted, you guys. I gotta catch up. Oh man, that's funny. I deserve it. I literally said I should knock on wood, but I won't. Okay, just filling in this Grinchy. And the hat as well, we need to do too. Justin, did you have to get a new phone because of the green line that went through your screen? Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's fair. A replacement and then wanted the new one. Hey, it's hard to... And then once your phone starts going slow, once you update it. Did you need funding again? Did I hear? No. Dresden, you sweet angel. I just dropped my cell phone on live and smashed it. That's all. But it's okay. I will pay for my own clumsiness, you guys. Don't you fund my poorness. My, not poorness, my, what does Dan call it? I'm unaware of my own body. I, don't know where my own body is. So I always just, knock it on stuff or, hit things. Well, there's one more because you share. Oh, you sweet angel. Thank you. And thanks, Ashlyn. Here we go. Here. I'm getting a little messy in here because I just got distracted. 9:25. We're good. I know Luke is just drawing it, so you're waiting for us to get to those face details. Gotta run, good night, be safe and wear a mask, okay? Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Arc City just went into lockdowns too. You be safe out there too, Dresden. Okay, we've got red. And then let's just fill this up here as well, and then we'll get to that face. He's coloring it in with brush markers. Beautiful. I like when you guys make it work with what you like or what you have. Luke doesn't like painting as much, and that's fine. Okay, how's that? Just feels so good. And again, if you want, you can paint the red behind there, or you can white it away, because that's not what the picture looks like, but that's up to you. And when I say white away, just in case, again, I always talk like you guys have all been here forever, but let's say, you don't like this elbow, or, maybe you want something else to be tweaked a little bit. You wait for everything to dry, and you just go in with pure white paint, and you kind of paint over the spots you'd want to hide, right? So, let's say you want to make him skinnier. You'd bring your white paint, and you would just make a slob of white paint right here. and it would thin it out. It would white out the space that you don't want, right? Okay, how's that? Let's get to that face again, okay? Okay. How are we feeling? Are we ready to go right to that face? We're gonna need black on our brushes. Again, oh, I'm gonna forget every time I look at this. We're gonna need just a little bit of black, not a lot, just a small amount. Black goes a long way. Just need a tiny touch. And you're gonna want to go back to whatever you are outlining with before, like a small little thin brush. Oops, here's the camera. Right? Let me get a little taller here. Oops. Okay. When you are outlining, you want, if we're talking about water to paint ratios that we've been playing with the whole time, you want something in the middle. You don't want chocolate milky consistency because you want the paint to still go on opaquely, but you don't want to use no water because then you won't be able to pull it nice and smooth, okay? So you want to get your paintbrush wet maybe once or twice and go into your black and mix your brush around so that every bristle gets filled and the paint turns into a nice juicy consistency. And when you are laying down lines, you don't want to push hard. You just want to use literally just the tip of the paintbrush. Where am I looking here? Because if you press fully hard, you will be using every single bristle, and it'll make a thick, where is my hand here? It'll make a thick line. Like, see, every single bristle is used, and it's a full thick line. But if I use just the tip of the paintbrush, it's a very thin little line, right? Do you see the difference there? Both of those lines are made with the same paintbrush, but this one, I pressed hard and used every single bristle on that brush down. And on this one, I used literally just the tip of the brush. Okay? It's something you might want to play with here and there on the side as well. But we're gonna start by, you can kind of make a point right in the middle where that line was. Oops. I'm just smudging green paint all over that, but that's fine. Okay, we are gonna start by making some nice eyebrows. Your mom says I'm doing great. Oh, sweet, sweet woman. Thank you. All right, let's go to that point we put in the middle of those eyes and let's just draw an eyebrow right on top of that circle eye we already drew. And same on this side. You're just going to draw a line right over top. A unibrow. Right? So are you an artist when you go live or do you do other things? I am a full-time artist, actually. I paint for a living, so I do commissions for people, or like I've illustrated children's books, or do live paint streams, or if you follow my Instagram, which is Taytayski, it's the same as it is here on Caffeine, you'll see what I get up to all the time. Taytayski. And then I teach people every Thursday. We do a paint night like this, and I try to do other things too. I'm just a little busy with my actual job, but Digi Archer Tay, Digi Archer. All right, how is that unibrow going? You know what we're gonna finish it off with? Some nice frilly frills. So we're gonna start up. Whoop. And it's basically like eyelashes, but for his eyebrow, and that's what's kind of funny to me. But we're just gonna go on that line that we drew, and we're just gonna start pulling lines up to make it like a frilly little eyebrow. You see what I did there? No worries, Digi. You go. No worries. I ain't going anywhere. Alright, how are those eyebrow eyelashes? Same on the other side. You can flail out some. You can even flail some out over top of his hat. Why am I saying eyebrow eyelashes? They're just eyelashes. Why do I keep calling them an eyebrow? Sorry I'm sending you guys astray. They are eyelashes. Because it looks like both a unibrow and eyelashes. Okay? We're going to do just a little line in there that shows his billowing brow. That's not the right word either, but... Okay. And then you're going to draw a line down on both sides of those eyes you drew. If you want them to be bigger than what you originally did, again, that's totally okay. You can do that good old whiteout method. Like, I'm going to bring this eye a little bit further over, okay? Okay, we've got 2 eyeballs prepped. I haven't done the lines on the bottom yet. I just did the lines on the outside. Okay. And from that, we're going to make a cute little, like, cartoon cheek. So these lines are they cut into the eye a little bit, okay? Like this. And they come over. On this side, it's just a little bit smaller, but it still curves in a little bit. We can cover in the bottom of that eyeball. How's that, everybody? See how there's green inside there? I can just color that with white. Just get rid of that later. Right now, if you want to. Remember, nothing's permanent. It's really hard to make a mistake in painting. Let's do another little cloud behind there. Oops. Okay, coming along, coming along. Tell me if I'm going too fast. When I don't hear anything from you guys, I just keep on keeping on. So let's start that nose. Just a little button. And you're gonna put a little button on one side and another little button on the other side. It's basically just bean science again, you guys. I kind of made his nose a little big here, but what can you do? And then you are gonna make 2 little nostrils. Attach those together. I'll bring that close again for you guys to look at it. I made it a lot bigger than his nose isn't in the picture, but that's okay. I don't draw small well. It's hard for me. And we are going to remember where that center line was, and we're just going to make a curved out. Whoop. It's not a straight down line, it's curved outwards towards that side of his face. Whoop. Okay. And we're gonna make where his mouth attaches before we make the line. So we're gonna picture like there's a bean right here, right? Imagine like it's like this part of his face, right? So we're gonna come down from that original line and we're just going to draw like a smile point where that cheek, right? Like this is where, think of how the face goes. Imagine there's a bean here. We're gonna make this line come up here too. Oops, I just doubled it by accident. Don't double it. Let me just make it thicker. So I just went in, just so people are, in case you're curious what I just did, I went in with just a wet paintbrush, not a paintbrush with any paint on it, and I just rubbed that line that I made lightly to erase it. I think his eyes are actually yellow in this picture. Maybe we'll do that too. Okay. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Okay, dokey. Are we ready to make that big crazy smile? Michi, cool concept to have on caffeine. Thank you. Every Thursday, we can paint something new. One day I'll have more shows, you guys. I know I keep saying I have more shows coming, but then it's just like the craziest month of my life at work, and then the craziest month of my life at work, and then it's Christmas, which is always the craziest life. Just one day we'll have lots of new shows. Okay. So now that you'll be tuning in from now on, this will be fun. Oh, Meech, you're the best. Welcome to the studio. Okay, we've got those smile lines, right? So it's totally up to you where you want to start. Should we start up here? His smile is not one straight line, so it's okay if you make a couple. Like, I'm going to do a little curve, and then from that curve, come on down and try to meet up to that bottom line we just did down there. I just did a big wonky J. Right? And then if we come up into this mouth on this side, same thing. Let's just like come on down a little bit. It's okay if it's a little sketchy. And just make it meet up to that bottom line down there. You can make some parts of his mouth thicker than the others. It's, again, doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of better if it's a little bit weird and wonky and fatter in some spots than others. That's good. Inconsistency is good. Let's make another little line down here too. Again, remember what I say, like always look at the picture. Like I'm just looking at the over here. I'm just looking at the picture to see where we should place some of those lines. So like, oh, like under his eye, maybe he has a couple little wrinkle lines as well. You're gonna go follow me on IG? Oh, you're just the best. Thanks. I do like to always push people to my Instagram because that is where I post daily. That's where my life is. Okay. How's that face coming along, everybody? Again, you're silent, so you're making me nervous. But while we have this paintbrush with black on it, skinny paintbrush, for the outline of him is going to be not a smooth line. Like again, he's hairy. So I'm literally going to not paint a full solid line as I'm going around the edge of the green that we've already painted. I'm just gonna make like little hairs. He's looking so cute. Okay, Meg, love it. Also, I will answer your email today. I'm very behind on my emails, everybody. Story of my life. But see close up how I'm just like, it's not a straight line. Like I'm literally just doing little hairlines. Alright. Same on this side. Like let's just get him a little hairy on this side. I think somebody sent me a picture as well. Oh, we're back onto repeat because we've already listened to this song. Sorry, everybody. Right, here's this hairy black line. And we're going to bring it on down because remember, he had a chin down here. Right? How's that? Okay. And you can really continue that, like, up to you if you want to outline your white spots that we did in red, but I'm going to wait a second to make sure that you guys are caught up. Because then I can show you, like, the lines in his hat, right? We're going to kind of acknowledge where those beans were. And we pick and choose which lines we want to draw. See, we followed the outline of one bean, but then the other bean, we used just that little small line just to show that fold in his little Santa hat. And then the rest can be, oh, that was a terrible line. Okay. You know, I wish I could just be playing the Grinch song in the background the whole time. Oh, royalty-free YouTube. Or not royalty-free YouTube. Touchy YouTube. May I inquire you to do a portrait of my daughter if time permits? What's the timeline? Of course I can draw a daughter at some point, but I'm a little booked until about like mid 2021 at the moment. But that is what I do. You just send me an email. My email and stuff's on my Instagram too. But that is my full, so that is my job, is I paint commissions for people. And then I do paint nights on the side, and then sometimes I paint stuff that I just want to paint. That also happens too. Let's see, I'm just gonna go into this little hat and do the same thing. One thing that you can do, depending on how your painting went, if you need to clean up any of these, like, you can go back in these with white if you need to. Remember, pure white is your friend. Like, you can go over top of anything and literally white out. Like, I'm not over exaggerating calling it white out. We're not over exaggerating, mislabeling. I don't know what the word is. But realistically, right, you can go over all those red lines that we did. She'd love it. Hey, send me an email anytime. If you don't have a timeline, that's great. Because I have some people messaging me about Christmas, having stuff done by Christmas, but I'm still working on stuff that people ordered last Christmas. But I'm catching up. I'm slowly catching up. Okay, I'm just picking away until you guys tell me it's ready to do. Really, his eyeballs are basically done. We just got to put some pupils in there. Your daughter's obsessed with herself and she'll be 3 years old this month? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Just a little diva. She wants a portrait of herself. That's cute. That's so cute. Alright, how are we doing, everybody? Remember, when you're outlining and you want your line to be thin, it's usually best to not put too much pressure. And when I do it, like, I'm holding my arm on my canvas. It can be dangerous, and, like, the pros won't tell you to do that. Because if the paint's wet, it's very easy for you to pull or drag wet paint across. But you could use your arm or your pinky to hold a little bit of pressure on off your brush, because it's hard to use just the tip of your paintbrush if you're not using something else to put more of your weight on. But again, that's just something that you will, the more you paint, the more you'll feel it out, the more you will understand or feel the difference. Okay. Just for the purpose of... Should we make his eyes yellow? Do you think those are like... Are they supposed to be yellow? I'm just using white right now to cover up that green in there because I made his eye bigger than I wanted to. Yes to yellow, beautiful. We can do that. Okay. Right now I'm just putting white in there to erase some of the green. And remember, with pure white on your brush, like you can... Oh no, I got black in there too. But with white on your brush, you can go in and clean up things. Like maybe I don't want that red in there. In the red of his hat. Maybe I want to clean that up a little bit. Or like maybe I don't like that line in here. You can always go in and clean stuff through with some good old white on your brush, but not much water. You want it to be opaque, so you leave it mostly just paint. Maybe your green circle that you originally drew is peeking through the hat there. Maybe put some white over top of it in that spot. Whatever. Alright, how's that? I'm just gonna get a little touch of yellow out to paint those eyes yellow. Like I said, we're basically... But background! Oh my gosh, right, you want to do a fun background. You guys, what's the idea? What do we want the background to be? Splatter. That's fine. What color splatter? Yellow would probably actually be nice. Blue, like he's in winter time. I'm just taking yellow and literally just filling that eye with yellow. Not a stressor if you don't have yellow. No big deal. They can be white. How's that for some yellow eyeballs? Oops. Okay. You're a mean one. Yeah, my Grinch is the wrong color, but that's fine. Ain't nobody gonna tell on me. Okay. I know I'm jumping around. Sorry, my brain goes like that. I know most of you don't have ADD, but you gotta come along on the ADD ride with me. And when it comes to his clothes, we are just outlining the same as we were doing up here. There's just a couple places where there's some overlap that make a big difference. So I'm using the same, more paint than water, but a nice mixture of water. All my bristles are filled. And let's just come over a little bit and follow that line and come right up into his armpit. And same down here, another little peak, just like we did up in the hat, just a little Y fold. Same up here, let's just get another little armpit line. Y fold is what I call them because it looks like a Y. But then we're gonna make it not look like a Y by bringing another line down. And come on back down here. It's all just kind of like tedious little things right now. Let's make just above his hand. There's literally just a fold because he's so chubby that his hands obviously indent into his belly. Like over here too, it's just like he has a big old fold where his hands go, and that makes me laugh. That in his belly is just like and remember, see how my hand comes in way more on his belly than in the picture? Remember how we were talking about that before? With white, you can thin this part out if you want. I just am not picky today. I'm just gonna go over those cloud billows we painted. Boop. And bring it on down. Whoop. And there's just a couple other, again, folds on here. We'll follow this arm and it folds over top that one with the Y folds. Weep. The thing about this arm is since it's a little bit farther down, his fold starts here. Boop. How's that for a chubby little monster? And like I personally like how the red peeks out a little bit underneath the black. Some of you might not, but that can be fixed with white if you don't like it. Loneliness. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Chilling with the Grinch. Exactly. How are you doing? Oops, I ran out of juice halfway through there. So much work. I feel you on that one. That's okay. I won't hold you to it. I'm good. I'm busy too. I can say so much work. That's my answer too. Work's been crazy for me. Fun but crazy. Oh, where am I at here? We've got... Yeah, see, so during the whole pandemic, I did have lots of work, so I am blessed in that department. And it's truly because, well, one, I do lots of these, I ramped up paint nights because everyone was home, which was nice. But also because everybody was home, they're just looking at their empty walls all the time. So that works in my favor. I will gladly fill those empty walls. Because we're the same, when COVID first hit in March, April, May is the only time of the year where I have like live events. My aunt will know, even when I had a live event with them, with my uncle, of like live painting events where I paint live, or like the Comic Expo, which is a huge show for me and for a lot of artists. Like usually I'm always in my studio, but for those 3 months I had so many out of studio work. And all of that got canceled. So for the first couple months, it was a little scary. I did lose a lot of income, and I was a little bit nervous of how that was going to go down. But then, like I said, it changed. It just changed for like lots of people with COVID. Just things didn't go as you expected. You just kind of had to figure out different avenues. Or like my online shop was a lot more. I focused on my online store more this year than other years, because that's just how the world works now, and that's okay too. Rolling with the punches, right? But like I said, I cannot complain because there's people who have had no work through the whole quarantine, and that's devastating, right? Are you allowed to show me what you made? Obviously. Send me a DM, of course. We like to see what other people do here too. All of a sudden people figured out how cool it was to have plants and paintings. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yes, Digi DMs. Instagram DMs the best way. How's that? Look at this little guy. I remember what I was saying, like my red is peeking through, like I don't follow in the lines. I don't really care, but I still think it looks good. And from far away, you guys don't even see that stuff. It looks really nice. Ah, you guys. Thanks to Digi2. You guys are so kind. We are going to... Sorry, I always say you guys, because it's just... I'm trying to learn better at not saying you guys, but I watch back things and I just say you guys. Not meaning boys, but it just happens. Okay. Let's get red. To make those two little up pupils, there's literally just going to be a little red dot. Red dot number 1. They're a little bit closer to the center. They're not really in the middle of his eyes. They are in the center. I mean, they're not in the center. They're both a little bit closer to the middle. Tanya with the Putin Uni, we miss you. And the trophy for loneliness, you guys. Thank you. You guys are just spoiling me today. Couple red spots. I can even maybe make them even more closer to the center. He's so cute. And you can outline those too if you want to. Oh, I love him. You might want to wait for it to dry to outline those eye sockets if you want. Sweet Nuts be baggin'. Another interesting username that I always love to see. How are you? Not sweet, sweat. I said sweet. So any plans for 2021, or you feel we still can't know what the next year brings? That's a tough one. Because in January, like last January, a good friend of ours from high school is getting married. Like, he planned a wedding he lives in Japan, but he was getting married in Japan, and like 10 of us from high school all bought tickets to go to his wedding in October in Japan. And like COVID hits in March, and we're like, oh, but it's not gonna go till October. And then it's like summertime, and it's like still on. We're like, okay, but it's not gonna go until October. And you guys know the end of that story, because it's still going on. So it's so hard. Like, I don't want to plan other things because it's like tough to know, you know? Hello, Tony. Welcome to the studio. Where's painting the Grinch? How am I going to spend Christmas? Well, we were just told, actually, our town, our city, or our province, basically our country, went into a lockdown. It's starting mostly on Sunday, and you're, like, not supposed to, we're not allowed to go to homes. Like, you're not, if you live alone, you can go to somebody's house, but if you don't, you're not supposed to conjugate. Is that the right word? Yeah, it's a full lockdown. And, like, people are getting fined, like, thousands of dollars if you, like, hang out with people that you don't live with. So, it's probably going to be me and Daniel for Christmas. Which is fine. That's kind of nice, too. We're going to put up our tree tomorrow. Yes, so people with nails, yeah, like you can't do nails with COVID, but people are like making press-ons to send to people, and I think that's what I mean by like not saying that it's better, but like it's cool that COVID like people are like rolling with the punches and like figuring out other ways to fend for themselves. Because aren't we all trying to fend for ourselves? Okay, so Grinches are basically finished. We just don't have a background. See, and that makes sense. Like, we should be able to have a max of 5 people, because that's not really dangerous if that's your bubble, right? If your bubble is just the 5 people. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see. But there's, like, apparently check stops if, like, cars with more than 2 people in it, like, they'll stop and check your licenses to make sure you live in the same place. It's pretty crazy, you guys. It's crazy. Background. It is scary. I agree with you. But that's another conversation. So like Christmas is canceled. But okay, let's see. We want a background, a fun background. What is the fun background though? Are you guys sending in your pictures? Let's see. It looks like, oh my gosh, I love that. Let me take a look at some of them. We've got a max added into one. Second time for a lockdown for work. Hello, virtual appointments. Yeah, which makes no sense. You're aren't you like physio basically? And I'm like, my chiro I can't go to. They're like, only emergencies. I was like, if I don't go to the chiropractor, there will be an emergency. I'm just going to show you guys a couple of Grinchies that turned out so cute. You guys can send them into my Instagram if you want. Check that out. Love. I like his little schneer, his little, what you call it? Look at these. I should have made the other one big. I'll go back to. Oh my gosh, love the eyelashes. Look at this gal added Max in there. Check that out. We even got some value in there. So she's got the shoes, the whole body. Okay, beautiful. Lucas is done. Nailed it. Lucas. Wow, you did a great job too. And see, he was the one who did mostly drawing and paint markers. We've all got thick bodies. What else do we see? I just laughed at this one because he's basically finished, right? Oh, you sent the finished one. Okay, just kidding. Click, click. Can you tell how slow my computer's going? Come on. You guys did very good. Okay, what else do we got here? Oh my gosh! Oh wait, that's a different that's a different day. Okay, everybody nailed it. Oh, look at you. You made his body not all the way to the bottom, so then you just ad-libbed with the green. Great. Oh, here, there you go. We've got Julius coming up here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you got splatter right. I didn't do the background again. Sorry, you guys. I'm so bad at that. Oh, my gosh. Everyone did very good today. Not that I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm just... Oh my gosh! Yeah, you guys just, the last two just have to do their pupils, but... I love how frumpy they are. I love, like, the frumpy bodies. Oh, yes. Oh, here's another. Oh, he's cute too. And look, you guys did so good on the hands. Your hands, like, actually look better than my hands do. Yeah, nailed it with the eyes. These, yeah, with that little white reflection in there. Your Grinch looks cute. Like he's nice. Oops, let's see what else we got here. Don't have any in there. You could leave to eat and come back and they're so good, right? Everyone did amazing, as usual. My Instagram's just struggling for a second. Show me them. Let me make sure. I always have to be careful when I open. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I smashed my phone, you guys. Yes, okay, good, that is one. It's blurred for my protection. Okay, with the Christmas tree in the background and everything. Open up. Why won't you open? It won't let me open it. Because you're in my DM and my other thing here. But that one was so good with the tree. I'm going to take a screenshot of my phone. Yeah, halfway through the stream, my phone fell, and everyone's like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "It's fine. It never breaks." And then I got it, and it's smashed. Okay, Drape Sisters, nailing it. Look at the sass in those hips. Yes. Oh my gosh, there's the whole family lineup. Yes. I know, so sassy. I love it. Look at that one too. So sassy and conniving. I like it. Oh my gosh, yes. Y'all did so good. So good. Is that all of them on here? Did I see them all? Oh no, I'm missing. Did I see yours? No, right here. Yes, we did. Oh, right. Yours was the cute-eyed one. I think I got them. Aww. Okay, everybody. Wait, did you get them all? Yes, yes, yes. Guys, you made Mama proud. What am I going to do for my thumbnail? Do I have a Santa hat? I don't think I do. I'll Photoshop a Santa hat for sure. I only have like that little wizard hat I wore for Christmas. Yeah, I don't have a Santa hat, I don't think. Wow, guys, I'm crashing, obviously. Whoo. Okay, well, I have you guys all here quick before I do my thumbnail as well. Is it... Do we do the cardinals? Do we do the red birds? Do we do these? Oh yeah, the background. Sorry guys, I'm so bad at the background. I was just gonna say, should we do this or the Jim Carrey next week? Because I'm not gonna do a paint out on Christmas Eve. Cardinals, yes, yes, yes. Birds, cool. Yeah, because remember, I was choosing between Cartoon Grinch or Jim Carrey Grinch. And we voted at the start, Justin. You'd be proud. We did a team vote, and that's how we came to this guy. What color would I do for a background? My initial thought was to put yellow because of the yellow eye, so it would bring the yellow through. But even like maybe like a light blue, like... Oh yeah, good call, sweat, because there is some big chunks missing for sure. Oh, that's so funny. I deserved it for being so cocky that it wouldn't break. I deserved the smash. It'll be funny to hear what Dan says. You don't have a screen protector? No. I just always get cases that are like a little bit thicker than the phone so that usually nothing happens to it because it catches the impact, I guess is the right word. Yeah, you know, until it lands. And but it has, like I'm telling you, it has many times. And today it didn't even land on anything. It landed on flat ground. It's just the way that it fell. Yeah, who needs that? Sorry, my ADD's kicking. Background, a light blue might be nice too, like the snow. Black could be nice actually too. A black background could be nice. Black so he's popping. A glittered background would be nice. Yes. Silencer 0. I did paint this. I painted this one, not this one that you see. Where's my hand? Not this one, but this one. And I taught everyone at home how to paint it too, which is kind of cool. Talking about glitter backgrounds, like I will paint the background like with white paint and then I'll just literally fill it with glitter, and that's a good time too. But does anyone have questions? Like everyone did great. I don't think you guys had questions. You all nailed it. Tag me in your stories. I'll share it. People love to see, and then people feel like they can do it. Because a lot of people look at them and don't think they can do it. I can't breathe. I can't stay awake. Or once they see other people do it, then it makes them a little bit better, you know? So I like painting. It's an understatement. Understatement? Wow, guys, I can't even speak. Understatement. I'm a full-time artist for a living. I paint for a living, so I do like painting. That's when it happens. If you didn't need it, it wouldn't have broke. I know, you're right. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna put myself with the Santa hat. This is my thumbnail. I'm the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. With a sun hat. I mean, guys, yeah, I gotta go. I said sun hat instead of Santa hat. Like, put me to bed. Put me out of my misery. Thank you guys for coming. Everyone did great. Next Thursday, we'll be doing the Cardinals. I'm a painter for the people, and the people want the birds. We'll get the birds, okay? See you next Thursday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, MST. Great to meet. There's a lot of newbies, a lot of old regulars we haven't seen forever. It was a good day. I appreciate you all. Like I said, now that quarantine's back on, I guess maybe you'll see more of me. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? But you know that you'll see me Thursday. Follow me on Instagram, Caffeine, YouTube. This video is going on YouTube right now in case you want to try your own Grinchy. Sorry I didn't teach you to do a background. I'm a jerk. Okay, I'm a Grinch. I will see you on Instagram or on Caffeine on Thursday. Okay, bye guys.